What's up, guys? We are back with another video today. Today, we are going to be building a full home service business that we can run remotely from anywhere in 60 minutes or less, all here live with the help of nothing other than Claude AI and our fingers to do a little bit of typing here. Guys, I'm going to give you the prompts, the exact prompts that I used to build this business at the end of the video, so you'll get access to all 5 of those. And I'm going to show you the outputs live so you can see. For this video today, we are going to be building a pressure washing or exterior cleaning company in the great city of Charlotte, North Carolina. Put 60 minutes on the timer, and I will see you guys inside of the board now. All right, the clock is started, so let's just jump straight into this here. We've got 60 minutes on the clock, and I guarantee we can get it done a lot quicker than that. We're going to be using 1 hour and 1 AI tool to build a pressure washing company, including market research, branding, website, ad creatives, pricing, and a go-to-market plan, all built live with Claude for Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, again, a market I'm not super familiar with and a service type that I haven't run a ton of. So this should be very interesting to test the limits of Claude and Claude's skill here, okay? We're looking at pressure washing and exterior cleaning, including driveways, sidewalks, house washing, deck and fence restoration, roof soft washing, and commercial storefront cleaning. This is a low startup cost and easy to learn business, and every property in Charlotte needs it. The humidity and pollen guarantee year-round demand. We're looking at $200 to $600 average jobs, assuming we're only doing one of these. Obviously, bundles can push that price way higher. We're looking at basically 1 day of training to be able to learn to operate this type of business, and annual contracts for that recurring stimulus. We've got 5 prompts now. Let's look at what those 5 prompts are going to be and how we're going to use it to build them in this order. So the first prompt here is going to be our market research prompt. So prompt 1 is all about determining the market size, the top competitors, average spend by job type, customer segments for homeowners, HOAs, property managers, and realtors, and seasonal demand patterns with a 1 to 10 opportunity score and reasoning. This is what we need to know before we even decide to move forward with this business model in this market. And this matters because Charlotte's humidity and pollen make pressure washing a year-round business. Every driveway, sidewalk, and house exterior in the metro needs cleaning. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. So now we are going to jump over to prompt number 2 here, the brand identity. This is what prompt 1 is going to look like, and I'll show you guys inside of Claude all the prompts here once we get through the overview of them and take it from there. Now we'll have the brand identity. Prompt 2, this is going to be all about building the brand positioning for our pressure washing company here in Charlotte. We're going to have tagline and positioning versus local competitors, our brand voice guide, our color palette with hex codes, a logo concept, and 5 company name options with Charlotte-based positioning so they feel local, like a local business always should. This is important because most pressure washing companies are a guy with a trailer and a Facebook page. A real brand with clean truck graphics and professional website make you the premium choice before you even show up. They make your brand recognizable, easier to refer, and honestly, customers just like interfacing with higher quality, cooler brands. That's going to be prompt 2, where we're going to build the identity of our Charlotte pressure washing company after we prove it's viable with the market research. That's going to lead us straight into prompt number 3, which is our baseline website. We want a fully responsive website, a hero section with a headline and a free quote CTA, service sections with the 6 exterior cleaning categories we talked about, a 3-step how it works visual process, before and after gallery for transformation showcase, and a service area plus quote form with square footage fields. This is important because pressure washing is one of the most visual businesses there is. Our website needs before and after photos and a quote form that takes 30 seconds to fill out. Claude is going to build this all for us in one singular prompt, and that will become the new face and hub of our brand, where we're going to be sending all of our traffic to, where we're going to be using to build rapport and trust with all of our clients, and essentially the backbone that we're going to build our digital reputation off of. That's going to lead us straight into at prompt number 4, which is going to be ad scripts and basically our marketing strategy, our offers. Claude is going to deliver us the 3 Facebook, Instagram ad scripts. This is meta, a pain, seasonal, and just offer focused ad. Then 2 Google search ads, launch offer with pollen season urgency tie-in, because right now, as I'm making this video, it's April, it's pollen season. Referral program with free driveway or 10% off structure, depending on which one I want to run with. And then audience targeting with geographic targeting as well for Charlotte and Lake Norman area, which is where Claude has determined is a great market for us to target. Now, this is important because pressure washing sells itself visually. A dirty driveway next to a clean one is the ad. Having scripts and offers ready on day 1 means you can start booking jobs immediately, and we can start just generating more and more ad content in this constant cycle as we actually complete more work. That work fuels more ads, which fuels finding more work. And having a strategy and offer structure to run with that makes this so much more feasible. Lastly, we will jump into prompt 5, which is our go-to-market strategy. That is where Claude will deliver our week-by-week 30-day action plan, marketing channels ranked based on, the expected spend, return on ad spend, all of that stuff, pricing by job type with tech costs and margins, free and paid lead gen. These are the different strategies for targeting homeowners, neighbors, HOAs, realtors, pressure washing, tech, sourcing, vetting, and pay suggestions, and then milestone metrics for jobs, revenue, and reviews at 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, and the end of month 1. Now, why is this important? Pressure washing has a neighborhood domino effect. One clean driveway, and suddenly every neighbor wants theirs done. This plan turns that into a repeatable system from day 1. This is the real action plan for us to use to roll out everything that we put together in prompts 1 through 4. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump right over into Claude, and we're going to look at what Claude spit out for prompt 1. We're going to make sure that this is viable for this market, and this is something that we want to run with. And then as soon as that is done, we'll jump back into the board and we'll start going back and forth looking at the outputs of all 5 of these different prompts. So we'll jump over into Claude now for prompt 1. All right, here we are. We've made it inside of Claude. I'm going to start by just sending this simple message, just telling Claude in a brand new untitled chat here. As you can see, I want to use this chat to build a brand new home service business, the branding, website, market research, ads, offers, and strategies all here. I have specific prompts for the 5 stages of the business that I want you to tackle one at a time as I provide them. Don't start anything, just confirm that you understand my objective and your tasks. For a YouTube video, all further directions that you'll need will come from the 5 prompts and will be dropped in sequential order. Let's do it. Boom. We're going to go through and start by dropping prompt 1 in here. So I'm going to grab prompt 1 and then I will drop this in here. So we start the first section of the build out, and we will let Claude go ahead and do its thing here. I'll tune back in with you guys once Claude is finished generating. All right, we are back now with our market analysis for a pressure washing company based in Charlotte, North Carolina. We've got the Charlotte Metro fundamentals with some industry context here. We've got Charlotte specific TAM, 700,000 owner occupied homes in the metro area, 30% annual service penetration, meaning an $84 million annual residential TAM with 120 to 150 total in the Charlotte Metro, growing at a 5 to 7% rate per year. Beautiful. Also some interesting fun facts here. AAFA ranking Charlotte as the 18th most challenging U.S. city for seasonal allergies because of pollen. Here's a top competitors analysis. Obviously some strong competitors as there would be in any large metro like this. No single dominant brand owns Charlotte. Squeegee Pros is the closest thing, but they're window cleaning led and they play premium. The $400 to $800 mid-market is fragmented. Nobody owns Stillworth or Myers Park specifically. Neighborhood-led brand positioning is wide open. Average customer spend by job type, giving you average ranges here. Bundle economics for house, driveway, walkway. Love it. Full exterior. HOA contracts, property management portfolios, some pricing insights. Target customer demographics with areas. As somebody who's never been to Charlotte, doesn't know anything about Charlotte, this is super useful to me. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Seasonal demand patterns. Key seasonal insights with 2 distinct demand peaks for spring pollen and fall pre-winter. And an overall score of 8 out of 10. This is actually the highest score we've had on a YouTube video thus far. And here's the honest breakdown as to why. Population is growing very quickly. Climate is essentially a recurring demand machine. No dominant brand. Mid-market is fragmented. High-income premium neighborhoods. 2 peak seasons. Service translates well to bundled offers. And what we've got is the verdict. Charlotte is a top quartile market for a new pressure washing entrant, better than most southern metros because of the pollen humidity demand, drivers, and population growth with fragmented competition. It's not a 9 or a 10 because the market is competitive and seasonal, but the path to 50 to 500 to a million per year in revenue is clear if you niche into 2 to 3 premium neighborhoods first, productize your offer, build a complementary winter revenue stream from day one. Christmas lights is the obvious play, and win the realtor and property management referral game early. Love it. Drop prompt 2 when ready. We're going to jump back into the board, and then we'll come back for prompt number 2 in a moment. All right, so as we can see, prompt 1 was a viable market. We are ready to go. Charlotte pressure washing, actually quite a high score based on the metrics that we asked it to score it on. I think that this is definitely a green light. So now we're going to jump into prompt number 2, where we actually build our brand and identity. What is Claude going to build for us? Claude is going to build us company name, color palette, logo direction, tagline, brand voice, all of this done in a matter of 5 minutes, 10 minutes for us to then make some final decisions on and move forward into the website, ads, pricing, and our go-to-market strategy. Let's jump back into Claude and check out prompt number 2 now. All right, we are back for prompt number 2 now. Let's paste this in, send it away, and I will be back with you guys as soon as this finishes generating. All right, prompt 2 is all done here. We're looking at our Charlotte pressure washing brand identity. We've got some name options, with the recommendation being Queen City Exterior Co. Love it. Some other different options we could look at. Tagline and positioning statements being Make It New Again. Beautiful, short, memorable, ownerable, and directly delivers the brand promise. Loves it. Works on a truck wrap, Instagram bio, yard sign, back of a polo shirt without modification. Here's our positioning statement. This is awesome. We have our differentiators from our stage 1 competitor scan. We've got a brand voice guide, clean, confident, considered, and local with voice principles, channel specific applications here for phone, ads, truck and trailer wraps, social media, email, text, things we never say. We've got a color palette, deep navy, crisp white, queen blue, brushed brass, charcoal, beautiful colors, usage rules for the truck wrap, yard sign, uniform, website, social media, what we never do, logo concept direction, love this, primary word mark plus crown mark, monogram badge, and a tagline, lockup, avoiding these industry traps, cartoon water droplet, pressure washing wand, across the house. Yeah, I've seen a million of all of these styles of logos for pressure washing and exterior cleaning businesses. And then some typography recommendations. And what this brand communicates is that your property will look brand new. We're insured and professional, and we won't damage your surfaces. Love it. This is clean, clear, to the point, and gives me a great baseline to build off of. This is going to take us back to the board and then into prompt number 3, which is my favorite prompt. So I will see you guys back on the board, and we'll take it from there. Excellent. We're back from prompt number 2 now. We're going to look at prompt number 3. We've got our branding. We've got our color palette. We've got our logo direction, everything that we want. So let's look at prompt 3, where we're going to be generating our website, our digital footprint for the company. all going to be built with Claude in a matter of 15 minutes. We're going to have our hero section, our package pricing, our quote form, our services grid, service area, and of course, all the beautiful design elements and the look of a real professional business from day one. We're going to jump back into Claude now, take a look at what it's able to generate here from a single page, single prompt website in just a matter of a couple minutes. Let's go back over to Claude and do prompt 3. All right, guys, we are back for prompt number 3 now. This is always my favorite, the simple website build out here. Again, this is just going to be a single page website, but I want you to see how much work this is going to take me. Control V, enter. I'm going to wait a few minutes and I'll be back with you guys with the final results. All right, once again, Claude has blown us away. Let's take a look at this. We'll look at this side first, and then we'll actually look at the website. So, single HTML file deliverable. This is just a one-page website, literally built in a matter of a few minutes. So we've got the editorial premium aesthetic, custom inline SVG everywhere. Every brand element from our prompt 2 has been applied. Conversion-focused build, mobile responsive, subtle motion, things to swap in before going live, throw some real photos in the gallery, real phone number, email, form backend, and some reviews. And that's it. So we're done. Website is built. Let's take a scroll here and look at it. I'm going to make this a little bit larger over here. And we'll see this is the website. Queen City Exterior Co. Beautiful. We'll scroll through this. Obviously, any preferences you might have, things you want to change pricing on, or tiles or anything, you could just go back and forth prompting with Claude a little bit. But look at these graphics, look at the branding, everything looks excellent. I mean, some of this stuff I would never have even thought of. Look at these. I mean, the before and after tiles, review tiles, zero damage guarantee, serving Charlotte and the Lake Norman corridor with all the different service area. Don't see your area, call us. We probably cover it. Love it. Free estimate form at the bottom with the different service pages and everything. Guys, looks incredible. As always, Claude nailed it. This website literally could be pushed live in 15 minutes. And if you spent another 20 minutes iterating back and forth and making the custom changes to fit your business and exactly how you wanted to do it, it would work more than well enough for a company just starting out. This is awesome. Let's jump back over to the board and then we'll come back here for prompt 4 once we are ready. Prompt 3 is always my favorite prompt. That website looks crazy. Now we're going to look at prompt 4. We're going to take this beautiful brand and online identity. We're going to take this website that we've built that is conversion ready, that is going to be soaking in and absorbing all this traffic. And we're going to build some ads and a creative strategy to actually start driving some traffic to our brand and our website. So next we'll look at prompt number 4, which is the ads and the offers. It's going to give us a pain point ad, an urgency ad, an offer ad, Google ad variations, referral program, and a bunch of other small deliverables with a strategy for us to actually implement on the advertising and new customer acquisition side. Let's jump back over to Claude and see what we're able to generate in just a few minutes here with prompt number 4 for our pressure washing company here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're back now, ready for prompt 4. Here it goes, and I will see you guys in a second once Claude finishes generating. All right, here we are back and ready to go here with prompt 4. Let's take a peek at this. So we've got our day 1 marketing kit, including Facebook and Instagram ad scripts. That's one pain point angle, a seasonal angle, a direct offer angle. Then we've got some Google search ad variations. There's A, here's B, with headlines, descriptions, keywords, keyword targets, all of those things. We've got a launch offer, the spring pollen reset. Book a full house wash before May 31st and get your driveway cleaned free. $149 value, no strings attached, first 25 bookings only. Love it. This is awesome. Real urgency, seasonality, bundle economics, and a low actual giveaway. You know, it might be $149 value, but driveway clean is 30 to 45 minutes of incremental labor. It's really not a huge promo. This is a way better thing, a little giveaway like this, as opposed to giving a significant price decrease on the front end. Offer mechanics with the promo code, where it lives, follow-up offers. Here's a referral program with what the referrer and the new customer receive. We've got different options for tracking it and trigger points. Then we've got audience targeting recommendations for Meta. And then for property managers and HOA decision makers on the B2B side, and for realtors on the, again, kind of B2B side as well there. Some Google Ads targeting with demographics and geographic areas, bid adjustments, scheduling, audience layering, and some day one budget allocation recommendations for Meta, audience A and B and C, Google search for premium and offer, Google local service ads, and what this looks like in a full budget allocation for someone looking to scale and grow aggressively, setting some realistic expectations with Meta CPLs at 35 to 75, Google search CPLs at 45 to 110, and then Google LSAs, best channel ROI in the category. But it's going to take a little while to get approved, and your lead volume is going to be capped here more so than other ones. So giving you a realistic expectation of how to use all these. Month one break even at only 15 to 20 booked jobs with a $400 average order value. This is awesome. Love it. Let's drop prompt 5 when we're ready. We're going to jump back into the board first here, and then we'll see you guys over here in a second. And we're back. That was perfect. Now we've got our go-to-market strategy is our last remaining step. We've got our ads and our offers. We've got our website. We've got our branding. We've proven the market. We know exactly what it is that we are going to be representing with our company and our strategy to go out and get leads. But let's talk about pricing, finding and sourcing a couple subcontractors to fulfill some work for us, and an actual real go-to-market strategy over the first month, right? We're going to look at driveway pricing, roof soft wash pricing, house wash pricing, deck and fence cleaning pricing, and then look at a full 30-day launch plan, how we can bundle services, how we can get our first customers across the line, building a loyalty program, starting to build our brand and fill up our backlog of content that we can use for ad creatives and socials, everything we're going to need to actually turn this from just being an idea into actually a viable business that is rolled out over the span of a month. This is our 5th and final prompt. And as you can see, this has taken us well under 60 minutes thus far with over 20 deliverables, and all of this on the cost of a $19 per month Claude Pro subscription instead of $5,000 plus in agency fees. Let's jump back into prompt 5, take a look at our go-to-market strategy, and then we'll circle back on the business model and how you can actually take all this info and implement it. All right, we are back with prompt number 5 here. I just pasted it in. So let's get our 30-day go-to-market strategy here. Prompt 5 is underway. I'll see you guys once it is finished. All right, and here we are back now with prompt 5, our 30-day go-to-market plan here for Queen City Exterior Co. We've got a week-by-week action plan. Week 1, our foundation, setting up legal, financial, operational, tech stack, building the local presence, which, yes, is the unsexy work that compounds and we have to do. A GBP playbook, love this, with some week 1 deliverables. Then we've got week 2 here, our first jobs and our lead engine, door-to-door, flyer drops, some realtor outreach. Again, you guys take whatever pieces of this you want and whatever pieces of it you don't. You can go back and forth and prompt with Claude all day long to make this fit exactly what you're willing to do, not willing to do, your budget, all that stuff. This is a great go-to-market plan for a generic business across the board. Property manager outreach, running our first paid traffic here, executing on the first couple of jobs with some week 2 deliverables. Week 3, compounding the visual loop, yard signs, social media, Thumbtack and Home Advisor, first HOA pitch with some week 3 deliverables. Week 4, optimizing, systemizing, and scaling more subs, first newsletter or email flow, optimizing what's working and killing what's not working. Days 28 to 30, month 2 prep with some week 4 deliverables. And then second, we've got some marketing channel ROI rankings, yard signs, GBP, realtor partnerships, LSA, property manager, Google search, Nextdoor, Meta. It's funny because these ones closer to the bottom are going to be the lowest ROI, but they're going to be the most scalable, versus the ones closer to the top might be the cheapest one, but will be harder and harder to scale at some point. You can't put any more yard signs out. I've run all of these marketing strategies for businesses of my own, so I'm very familiar with them all, but these are all great ones. Then we've got some pricing structure and margin math for different business types or service types for our business, giving us some starting, typical, and premium pricing. If this is how many jobs we want to close. Do we want to close a ton of jobs at low margin? Do we want to close a medium, or do we want to close the fewest but at the highest margin? You typically ascend in price as you ascend in reputation, reviews, all that. Bundle package strategies, sub pay structures, some margin notes and sub pay rules, lead generation strategies, first with free methods, then with paid methods, giving you a 1 to 30 or day 1 to 30 marketing budget, 3,500 to 4,500. Again, just tailor this to fit your business, your budget, what it is that you're able to do. A subcontractor sourcing plan, where to find good subs, Indeed, Facebook, Reddit, member directories, direct outreach, Craigslist, trade school, competitor employees, vetting checklist for the subs, onboarding flow, insurance requirements, target sub counts, key milestones, and what doing good looks like for day 7, day 14, day 21, and day 30, and what you should be most concerned about. Sub quality is your biggest risk. Quote turnaround time is the second biggest risk. Reviews are everything. December to February, dead months are coming. Launch a secondary service like a holiday lighting or something like that. And, don't mix this. Well, this is more so for me than it is for you guys. But I love it. This is all 5 stages. Now you've got your market analysis, your brand identity, and everything else that you're going to need to run a pressure washing company in the city of Charlotte. Again, tailor this to your business, to your city, to your budget constraints, your time constraints, your experience, connections, relationships, all of this. This was just to show you what would be possible in such a short period of time. So now, if you think this is super interesting and you want to run forward from here, we're going to jump back into the board, and I'm going to give you some next exact action steps for you to take regardless of what your budget looks like, and stuff that anyone can apply with these exact prompts. I will also be sending you these prompts. Stay at the end. I'll show you exactly how you can get them and how we'll be sending them over. Let's jump back into the board now. Beautiful. We've got our full go-to-market strategy now. We are ready to roll. But what if you're sitting here and you're now thinking, I don't own a pressure washer. I don't know how to do this. I don't have the time. I have a job. I have other stuff that would prevent me from being able to grow or start or scale this business. Well, lucky for you, you don't have to. All you need to know how to do is sell jobs and dispatch technicians. This is what we call the remote operator model. It's what myself and all of my partner clients inside of Home Service Experts use to grow home service businesses remotely from anywhere in the country, leveraging AI for their company and actually leaning on the expertise of subcontractors and service providers who have been doing this for years, if not for decades. The key here is that when a lead comes in, you sell the job, a tech will actually wash it, you do the quality control and collect, and then you keep the margin once the tech is paid. Meaning that you're going to handle marketing and lead gen, answering calls and booking jobs, quoting based on photos and descriptions, scheduling and dispatching crews, customer follow-up and review collection, and financials and scaling strategy. You are going to be acting as a high-level manager, operator, owner of the business, and this can all be done from a cell phone and a laptop anywhere in the world and on a much more flexible schedule. Now, your techs, the people, your subcontractors who are actually handling the washing, are going to do just that. All the pressure washing and soft washing, provide their own pressure washer, surface cleaner, and chemicals, their own insurance and liability coverage, their own truck, trailer, and transport, job site cleanup and property protection, before and after photos for your marketing, and all of the physical in-person service delivery, right? This is great for them because you are providing them more work that they otherwise wouldn't be able to find. Most of the time, these techs are excellent at pressure washing, window cleaning, soft washing. They're very good at what they do, and they have all the equipment and materials already. They've already invested in that, but they can never keep themselves quite busy enough. Well, this is an opportunity for you to fill their schedule up, keep them busy and happy, and take care of homeowners who are looking for a high quality service while providing them a great end-to-end experience, and you can keep the margin in the middle, meaning $15 to $30 of chemicals and water, $100 to $200 of tech pay for your sub, just a few hours of their time. And with a 45 to 65% margin, your client may pay $300 to $500, meaning you could be paying out as much as $230 and bringing in as much as $500, or paying out as little as $115 and billing for as little as $300, and still running these same strong margins. This is the beauty of the remote operator model, because it doesn't require you to handle the service delivery, which, quite frankly, as much as we all love boring businesses, we don't want to be the ones actually in the field bogged down with the day-to-day service delivery. So if this model makes sense to you and you want to go and start a similar business, or maybe a different business in a similar or different market, but you're looking to lean on the remote operator model and these prompts and AI to build you a home service business, let's talk about your next steps. First thing, you can take the sauce and run. If you comment the word build on this video, I will send you all 5 prompts for free, the exact prompts that I used to build this entire pressure washing company in under 60 minutes. Plug in your city and your service type and then run it yourself, starting with prompt 1 to verify the market and take it from there. You can then take that and you can do this yourself. Pressure washing is one of the highest margin service businesses that you can start. Low startup, fast results, recurring customers. Take the prompts, pick your city, and start booking jobs and trying to grow this for yourself. Or if you're interested in working directly with me and my team for a straight line approach, we have ad creatives that we already know work. We have pricing strategy that we already know works. We'll do a full website build out for you. That's all custom, full service page, SEO optimized, everything. We'll do your scheduling software. We'll do your CRM, your auto email, auto text, sales scripts, customer service scripts, help you find a full-time manager, help you source and vet your contractors, and everything else in between, so that you don't have to figure out fulfillment, subs, and operations all alone. You can do it together with me through my company, Home Service Experts, where we partner with operators all over the country to scale home service businesses everywhere. It is a true partnership model where we take just a small piece of every company that we help start, so that we have a vested interest in the long-term success of your business as you grow it. You can click the link in the description of this video, homeservicepartnerprogram.com/info, to get all of the information on exactly what it is that we do with Home Service Experts, and exactly how you can get involved and what that process looks like for you. Now, regardless of whether you are starting this business on your own or you're starting this business with me, there are 2 services that I recommend to every single person. The first one is Jobber. Jobber is an all-in-one CRM, scheduling, quoting, and I didn't even realize I'm wearing my Jobber hat right here. All-in-one CRM tool that helps you with everything: scheduling, quoting, invoicing. I am sponsored by Jobber, but I was using Jobber long before I was sponsored by them. I'm just excited to get to be sponsored by them now. It's the entire operating system that I use for all of my home service businesses. Every single business that operates in any exterior capacity, we use Jobber for. I have a link in the description for a free 14-day trial. And if you end up booking and starting a trial with Jobber and you end up actually signing up for a service, I'll even throw in a free 30-minute consulting call to help you get the maximum out of your Jobber subscription. This is whether you have an existing business or you're starting a brand new one. Jobber is an absolute necessity for every home service business. And then lastly, Doula. Doula is what I use and all my partners and clients use for entity formation, tax, accounting, and bookkeeping. You can get your LLC set up in minutes. You get your EIN. You get meeting minutes. You get a registered agent service. Everything is done by the book, actually done correctly. So many people think that if they go to the Secretary of State website and they just pop up an LLC in 3 minutes filling out a form, that now they have all this protection and that now they're shielded from liability. That is not the case. If things aren't set up properly, you're not shielding yourself from anything. That's why myself and all my partners use Doula. We also have a link in the description of this video for Doula with a free custom discount code for you guys to all use. You can get full entity formation plus expedited plus registered agent service plus everything for just $249 using our code HOMESTARTER if you click through the link that is below this video. Plus, we have discounts on packages for tax, compliance, bookkeeping, fractional CFO work, and whatever it is for any existing or brand new business. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love making these for you guys. Make sure you smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a like on the video, comment the word build if you want these prompts. And if you want to see a particular type of video next, just go ahead and leave that in the comments of the video below here. Next video, we're going to be either building another business with AI or maybe even comparing some of our existing businesses. You'll have to hit subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss the next one. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for your time.